So, ladies and doctors, my next question is, what crucial advice can we give mothers and parents who are trying to do right by their teenagers? I mean, it would be great coming from all of you. Dr. Neha?
Yes. So I think it's very important to teach media literacy to the kids. They should be made to feel aware that what they see on social media is not the truth most of the times. Most of it is airbrushed and filtered, and young boys and girls tend to compare themselves and belittle themselves in the bargain. You know, they should understand that even the celebrities don't look like their own picture. So in this constant pursuit of the perfect vision of beauty, they tend to have body image issues, they could have anxiety disorders, eating disorders, even mood swings, you know, and low self-esteem. It's beautiful to embrace your not so perfect features, and they could probably add to your uniqueness. Like growing up, I had a unibrow and a double tooth, and I used to wear glasses. So it's very important for parents to help their kids focus on their inner qualities, you know, like somebody may be a great dancer, or somebody may be a popular kid, all the other kids must be loving them, or somebody would be passionate about reading. So all these qualities are way more important than just the external appearance, which should not be the only deciding factor.
True.
Yeah.
Media literacy is huge, and basically talking to them and
Yes.
telling them that you're special and you're
Yes.
unique, and everybody has something unique in them.
Yes.
But helping them realize that before the world puts a tag on it. I love that. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yes, Dr. Aarti.
So I'm going to talk from a point of a sleep specialist on this question. So adolescent is an age of increased independence and also emergence of a lot of new social skills which impact behavior, and sleep is even a part of that as well. So in teenagers, what happens is biologically our sleep pressure rises slowly, and our internal circadian rhythm also undergoes a shift to later timing. To top it all, adolescents are obviously on social media, causing sleep delay, but the school time remains the same. So they have to wake up early. So that causes a delay in shift of sleep and inadequate sleep. So teenagers ideally need 8.5 hours to 9.5 hours of sleep per day. But less than 50% of our teenagers are getting that kind of sleep. And unfortunately, most parents think that the children are sleeping enough. That's where the problem begins. But sleep hygiene is very, very important part of adolescence, because inadequate sleep has a huge impact on physical, mental, and emotional health of teenagers. And I would like to add one more thing is about exams and sleep. So sleep helps us to consolidate our memory. For example, I would say that if you're learning through the day, our memory and skills are stored in a part of the brain called the hippocampus, which is like short-term memory. It's like a USB stick. But when we sleep, this memory is transferred to our higher centers for long-term memory. So imagine if you're cramming all day and giving an exam next day, you will have very, very minimal recall of what you've studied. And you're not even freeing space to gather new information. So what's the point of teenagers staying up all night during exams? So please talk to them the importance of very, very good sleep, consistent sleep hygiene. Another point that I would touch quickly on is childhood obesity. I think we're seeing a huge epidemic of childhood obesity, and we need to understand that many adult lifestyle diseases have their origin in childhood. So you have to catch them young. You have to emphasize on good health, good diet, and exercise when they're younger. And also, inadequate sleep causes more insulin resistance and more obesity. So it's all intertwined. So I really think that we need to focus on these 2 points as
Absolutely.
mothers of teenagers.
I totally
Yes.
get that. Yes.
And you can't speak about this enough. Like, we all know this,
Yes.
but yes, absolutely, we have to be reminded. Even we all have to be reminded here. So yes, Dr. Pyle.
So I think being a parent to a teenager is really an incredible journey. Our teenagers are going through so many changes physically, emotionally, and they want to capture so much, know so much. In the bargain, I think as parents, we need to give them safe space where they can ask and come to us to explore their curiosities or questions. Here, we should be just patient listeners. We should not dictate, we should not lecture, we should just be patient listeners. When I say this, I'm emphasizing listening is because when we listen with interest, it really makes them feel connected to us, and it can make a huge difference in their lives. So these topics are very big for us, but simple things like talking about sex, it should be an open discussion in the family. I think when we talk about sex with our kids, we should be more understanding and very empathetic towards them. Simple things like advising them to use a condom. It's not only necessary to prevent pregnancy, but it's also very important to prevent them from the sexually transmitted diseases. But what happens is, they know the parent is going to lecture us, so they just don't come to us, they refrain that. And going to a friend, they may just get wrong advice or inadequate advice, or may also be put into wrong things. So better is they come to us when they have such questions, and I really feel being parents to them, making them that, giving them that space will really help them.
Right. And if the parents, if the children don't want to listen to you, please send them to Dr. Payal. She will talk to them about sex education. She regularly visits all the schools in Pune, I know this, and gives them talks. But you know what, I mean, it's amazing. Guys, thank you so much for that, because like what Dr. Neha has actually hit upon is such a, it's a topic close to all of us. I mean, I know that when I'm looking at social media, I have to constantly keep reminding myself, this is not how they got up looking in the morning. And imagine our kids, you know, they are so influenceable. And sleep and obesity, again, better to get them into those habits sooner.
Younger on,
Because I know that when I studied, nobody spoke to me about sleep. And I have these amazing dark circles to show for them. But, and I'm glad that you're talking about it, you know, to them so much sooner. And sex education, talking to children, I know I've got a lot of advice from you over the years, and I still keep coming back to you for it. And I know a lot of children feel extremely comfortable talking to you.
I would want to add here, Sharmili, that as parents, we need to really tell them that there is time for everything. We don't need to really rush into anything. We can wait, and the kids should understand that the bodies need to mature for every act.
True.
So they should really understand that there is a time for everything.
There's a time and place, exactly. And they need to talk to us. So if my kid is talking to you all, please let me know. If your kids are talking to mine, I'll let you know. But just let's make sure the kids are talking.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.